Welcome back to the program. We crossed the African continent to Dubai in Asia and then back again to Edo State, Nigeria, all to bring you the story of Abraham Ifeha. He had a good degree and a strong banking background, but he left the shores of Nigeria after losing his job. Born in Onwa West local government area of Edo State, Nigeria, Abraham Ifeha arrived in the United Arab Emirates filled with hope and aspiration for a better life. The endgame was to end up in the banking sector, but Abraham took to driving with the company Sharjah Taxi to survive in the short term while waiting to make it big long term. But he was dealt with a heavy blow even as he tried to carry out that plan.
On the first day of my arrival, Terminal 2, precisely Dubai, I was picked up by a friend to my accommodation. I was optimistic that everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. The office, that was on Sunday precisely. It was on Sunday. I went to the office immediately, and I allocated a room. Following day, I went back to the same office to to officially give them my passport and all that documentation, and we discovered that no money had been paid. My license fee, none had been paid, and I gave my friend 8,500 dirham, which is like 850,000 in Nigerian currency. None was paid, and the company said, "Cannot proceed with my driving license because you pay your license yourself without paying anything." The person who gave the money to became it. He was taking us here. We took the matter to state police actually. Police said the transaction was done in Nigeria, so nothing could be done about it. Till today, that money was gone. It was a very bitter experience.
Confused, bewildered, and almost broke, Abraham tells us he fell back on two things: his faith in God and determination to feed his family. Then one day he found 100,000 dirham in his taxi.
A week before that day, my church, the local church here in the UAE, my pastor told me, I said, I see being wealthy. Like he said it, like he brought me out in the church, like he prayed, and like I see being wealthy, stuff like that. On Wednesday of it, behold, money in my car, forgotten by a customer whom I dropped. I just opened, that was on the 8th of December, around 5 p.m. Picked him up, dropped him. I took a U-turn. So 100 meters after, I picked another customer going to another destination. Then I found a little bag, the back of my seat. I opened it and I saw an envelope again. I opened the envelope again. I saw 2 packs of 500 dirham, 100 pieces, 200 pieces altogether. That was 100,000.
Ironically, he wondered if the money he found was the breakthrough the family so desperately needed.
I said, "Go and give him back the money. That's not your money." I never thought it twice. I didn't try to fight the minds. Like, the first person I talked to was my wife. I just chatted up, "Babe, see you." She said, "Look for the customer and give him the money back."
That phone call he made to his wife led us to seek out this woman who put the virtue of honesty before wealth. Our cameras traveled from Dubai in Asia back to Edo State in the south of Nigeria, where we found the modest home of the Ifehas. Mrs. Joy Ifeha lets us into the story of what life has been like since Abraham left for the UAE.
So we got married April 7th, 2012. He left the country 2019, December 10th precisely. Wow, it has not been easy. So we're managing, thank God for the GSM. That's what we're visiting to communicate. So we communicate daily at interval.
Mrs. Ifeha says Abraham would never do anything illegal to get ahead, and this point is reiterated by his older brother Abe. He has fond memories of their mother and her counsel to them to be honest. He tells Abraham not to be distracted and to ignore those who mock him for returning the money.
Remember what our mom used to tell us. Don't take what does not belong to you. Take by it. And have it in mind, one day, honesty will pay. It's always pay. For those who are discouraging him, well, let them be. You're a man, because I do call you my boy. My boy, always do the needful. If you just don't those one are telling you that the money you have taken the money. No, don't listen to them. You're a man of yourself. Always be doing good and make us proud.
Abraham has a reply for skeptics and those who say he returned the money because he knows his company could have installed hidden cameras in the taxi.
There's no camera in the car. If peradventure want to be taken off, it's just between me and God. Yeah, there was no tricks, but just I don't know. It doesn't. I can't think. I can't. I can like. I see it as stealing, big stealing. And I gave the guy the money back, and I told him be careful next time.
And then what has happened since that day?
So I wrote a following day, called my office. Look at what happened between your driver and the customer. Office called me again. What happened between you and the customer? I explained everything. Like, you saw 100,000 and you returned to the customer. I said, of course, boss. Is it my money? It's not my money. Well, like, thank you. I said, okay, God bless you. And I left, continued my work again. Until on the 14th of December, they called me and gave me a certificate of honesty and a 500 Dirham award. 500. Let me call the amount. It's the truth. I went back to my duty post as usual, but it has not been easy with insult. I've been insulted. Not even this. It has been. Sometimes I pick some customers. I was like, yes, guy, how are you? Is it fine? You're in Nigeria, yeah. How you see this funny guy that returned the 100,000? So I say that guy is a fool. So I have been humiliated a lot. Yeah. Only few will say you did well. Only few will say you did well. But a lot of people criticize. I was like, when has being honest become a crime?
We asked Mrs. Ifaha what she desires for the family now that her husband has received such recognition.
My greatest wish is for him to have a better opportunity and a better job over there, because that taxi job is so stressful. My husband, I know no company or anything that assignment that is being given to that will not be able to deliver well. He works hard, he's diligent in his working, and he's very truthful.
And for Abraham,
what would you like?
Chinese woman, you asked me a very funny question though. You know what I want? You know what I would love to have? Money too.
There's so many people who leave Nigeria seeking greener pastures but end up in crime, end up, despite the fact that they have difficult situations, right? They use that as an excuse to perpetrate crime and even tarnish the image of the country. In the UAE, for instance, we know that there's some Nigerians who are not representing the country well. What would you like to tell such people?
One thing that I know, upbringing matters a lot. And upbringing, yeah, your group, your association matters a lot. Who influences you? Who do you listen to? Matters a lot. Let's say about my background as a banker, or my upbringing actually. We grew up be contented with whatever we have.
this is the same message that rings on the lips of the Ifaha's 7-year-old son. He tells us boldly what his father has taught him.
I am proud of my daddy, and I believe that the Nigerians are going to learn from what he has done.
Abraham encourages others to demonstrate the core values of honesty, integrity, and patriotism, even if they're not celebrated for demonstrating this sterling disposition in the workplace.
Oh my God.